Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Thursday, the 24th of September 2015. And starting off in the pre-market session yesterday, it was a good one. Lots of points to be had in the pre-market one there. You can see the market finding support. We had the first losing trade. This was just around some news. The market came back, and then it was a case of prices just moving to the upside of the PTI there, and up to the heading towards the 16,400 level there. So you can see that the range for the pre-market, accounting for the 50% pullback for 50% extension, which would be around here, was a 100-point move for this trade. And then this one came after 10 a.m. as did this one. And again, nice volatility in the pre-market session. Now, there's an interesting pattern that's happening here as well. We're getting more volatility at the moment in the pre-market session than we're getting in the official session. And this is probably because the PPT chaps and chapesses are probably asleep when the Chinese market's busy. There's nobody on the plunge protection team on the night shift at the moment, so the market's being able to move around now it wants. And then when we get to the official time, you can see yesterday the market being supported. I traded this one and didn't make anything on it because I thought this market's going nowhere. There was absolutely no green bars. Every time it attempted to move higher, it was slam lower and whatever. So I came out of the trade, and then the market pulled back. I then went out to meet a friend, have a cup of tea, and didn't get back until this trade had just taken off in this bar, unfortunately. But this was a nice 60 points in this bar to kick off the 6:30 session. This one is before that, of course. So a nice 60 points up to this line here, and that's enough for the evening session, even though there's another 20 points down here, and then we're getting into the latter part there. So not very volatile at all in the evening sessions. Funny enough, I was talking to a friend who's moved to Panama, and he moved to the time zone so that he could trade the US markets. And of course, he's now asleep when we're getting all of the volatility, which he's rather peeved about. But again, interesting picture that we've got this pre-market volatility. And let's just have a look, see what we've got here as well. I mean, you can see that at the moment we've got a 100-point range there this morning in the Dow as well. I say this morning on the overnight market, early hours of the morning. And there's a trade there of around 30 points, 40 points down to this support here. Now the market's bounced back. So there's a bit of volatility around, and hopefully that will continue. The pre-market session is just as good as the official times. As long as you can soak up the difference in the spread, that's fine, as long as you've got the volatility to cover that. In the daily chart, more red. In fact, that isn't right there. We've got no volume on this bar, so let me just reload this chart. It's not come through properly. Right, so there we go. So an increase in volume, indecision, market sideways to lower. We're definitely going lower, there's no doubts about it, because the market just won't hold on the highs, which we saw during yesterday as well after the official start. I say the market just wasn't going up. Eventually it did go up to the resistance. Just to remind you, instead of trying to explain it, let me just show you again just to clarify what I'm talking about. Traded up to the resistance and the scalp at this level here, which was the 16,350, and then that was it. It was south, and you can see at the moment this bar, the current bar, the overnight bar, the high is less than the previous range, and you're starting to see these what are known as lower highs. So if we take the low of this bar out, then we're heading down to the crucial major 16,000 level. And again, keep that in mind. Look what happened here. This is where the market's gone back up from. 16,000 is incredibly important in this market. I said it weeks ago, and now if we get a test down to this area, watch it, because if that breaks, and convincingly on professional selling, then we're going down to here. And let me just draw these in for you so that you can see what it is I'm talking about. We're going to have that one there first, and then we've got this one and this one, and then we're down to the 1,000-point low, the flash crash as it's now become known. So those are the levels that you want to see taken out. If they are taken out, then we will be looking at this one here. So we'll leave that one at the moment. We'll mark that one up when the other ones are taken out, because there's a few points down to there before we get to that level. And news-wise, what have we got? Seems to be an awful lot out this morning. 9 a.m. from Germany, then the Eurozone 10:15, unemployment claims. Core durable goods out at 1:30, and new home sales 3 p.m, which will be an interesting one. That's showing an increase. Personally, it doesn't make any difference. We're heading for a massive deflationary period anyway, because of what's happening with China. Oh, and would you look at that, Yellen speaking this evening? Or she wants to come in and clarify what she said last week, I suspect, just to reinforce that they haven't got a clue what they're talking about. So she's out at 10 p.m, and of course the markets will be closed by then. But it'll be interesting to see the reaction nonetheless tomorrow when the market opens on the overnight market. Implied volatility 18.86 for yesterday, up slightly. Whoops, clicked on the wrong thing there. Let me just bring that back for you. 18.86 for yesterday, and you can see that slight increase. And the great thing about this now is we have got room to move to the downside if need be as well. So an interesting setup here at the moment with regards to the implied volatility. There is the prospect that this chart shows we have got some movement to the downside. So have a quick look at Shanghai. Obviously the PBOC in the market pumping money in at the moment. 3,132, up 16 points and just up half of 1% there for the moment. But again, you know, it's, as soon as this breaks that 3,000 line convincingly, which is here, then we can see each time the markets come to that. If we just go back a year, see the markets, once it breaks that, then we're heading down to 2,000. It's just when they get bored of actually pumping money into the market, and they will at some point. I just have to let it go, because it's like having a losing trade and you keep watching it, because you don't have the discipline, and then the losses become so great you think I better get out before I lose everything. And that's what happens with central banks as well. Eventually they have to pull the plug, because it's just a hide into nothing. They should know from years and years of experience of watching other countries do it that it is a waste of taxpayers' money. Right, that's it. I will speak to you tomorrow. Have a good day, and see you in the next one.